So now that I have my own little breakdown, I'm back. All right, so taking these little tab thingies out of here, I'm gonna backtrack to Tuesday. So Tuesday is numbers. Tuesday is numbers. Okay. Backtracking to Tuesday. Already did clean the washing machine from last Tuesday. And the dryer. And the dryer. So Jeff, actually, I have relieved Jeff of order making duty. So I'm going to be doing that. And then budget, again, I can't do anything. I don't know yet. But I did look in, okay, so every dollar, can't update it. But I did get cash envelope system. So I've got that. And then I printed out a bunch of these little really cute things here. If I can find one I can show you. Okay. I think I showed it last time. Here's one. This is an example. I printed out a little cash envelope and it keeps up with your information on the back, but I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Check out cash envelope system online. YouTube's really good for it. And are the scissors in there? You can't hear me. It says headsets on. You can listen to me. Anyway, so I'm going to cut these out at some point and make them into little envelopes. I'm going to put them in here. This is an A6 binder. You can get them on Amazon. Use my link, please. I need the money. And so I couldn't find an A6, like a hole puncher for it. So I'm just going to use like, the old school heavy duty, ridiculously large hole puncher for no reason whatsoever. And I'm going to try to make the holes kind of, if not the same, as close to the same as possible. I mean, they're pretty crooked. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see how this is going to go because, oh, this one's not adjustable. No bueno, bro. Well, it is adjustable. It's just not adjustable the way I want it to be. So I'm going to try to line up the holes. It's way off. Shit. Okay, so these three line up. That's good. Those two line up. But I would need... crap. Okay. If I did jump, I would mark it. I guess I'm gonna have to do it this way. All right, so 2 and 2. That works. Or no, 3 and 3 maybe? Maybe? Trying to line up the holes here. Oh, 3 and 3 will work. Okay. But I only have 3 hole punches. So I'm gonna go top, bottom, and a middle one, maybe? Middle top one? Yeah. We're gonna work that. Oh, the whole damn thing comes off. What do you know? That's weird. Okay. So what was that? 1, 2, 3. Where did this freaking thing go with it? All right. So you have to take the whole thing off. And then it's got a little tiny screw thingy. Okay. Take that piece off. And you can adjust it to the piece. I don't know if you ever used one of these before, but I am. All right. First timer for everything, right? I've never done this before in my life, but because we're doing it right now. So. Alright, so I'm going to go third one up. Just tie it in there. You don't have to make it crazy tight, but just try to line it up. Okay, so this one is going. Babe?
Yeah.
Might need your fingers.
What?
I need your fingers. And not for what you think it is.
What's going on?
I need you to loosen these 2 bolts.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. I can use a knife or something.
Well, give me a couple minutes. I thought it was an emergency. Like, give me a couple
No.
minutes. Like, give me about 5 minutes.
Never mind.
I think.
Never mind.
No, less than that.
That's plastic. That's going to break.
You know?
Okay. You have flathead?
I said I'll be over there in a minute.
Penny?
What? What are you asking?
Screwdriver? Aha! Tweezers. We just make shit work around here because we could like that. Plus, I'm impatient. Fuck. Oh, it's gonna definitely need broken. Okay, screwdriver. That's.
I'm gonna help you in a couple minutes.
If it's liquid, it doesn't need unscrewed. Copyright. Anyway, so back to what I was doing. Before I thought I needed assistance, but I got it myself. I'm not independent. Come on. That's solely reliable. Oh my god. You didn't hear me say that, did you? Okay, good. So, now. Two. Tres años. Mi amigos. Please work. Okay, so let's test this. Test trial 1. And that's what you're supposed to throw at weddings. So, all right, so we got specifically lined up hole punches. Let's see if they work. Oh, so off. Okay, gotta go up one on the bottom one. I thought it felt weird. You okay, babe?
Yeah, just let it scroll, please.
Okay. Paranoid schizophrenic? Yeah. Compound trauma? Yeah. Tired of life? Alright, let's try this again. Round 2. Fight. Okay. I didn't even go all the way through on that one. I pussed out. Next. The great thing about failure is you learn from it. Molded by it. I was born of it. Anyway, so, yay! We have a lined up horse. Woohoo! Now I don't have to go out and buy some fancy shit. Anyway, so, however, this is gonna get annoying. It's like a party every day. Party now. Anyway, oh, how I cannot wait. Oh, the beginning. And there will be. What happens when you become the elder? Food for thought. I can't fold to save my life. Don't put me in an origami contest, okay? I will fail. Can't even fold this correctly. Whatever. So you get what I'm saying? It's like, it's got a thing. I may just... Anyway, I thought it was cute. I don't know if it's going to work. Anyway. So, you could use regular envelopes. You can buy the Amazon stuff. Use my link. And in the About My section, by the way. And just use that. And then you can say, I'm going to label one of these, like, I don't know, like one for kids, another one for personal items, another one for garden. Just like little things that you want to invest. This is what I'm saying as far as like budgeting. Your envelope system goes along with your budgeting. So your every dollar, your cash envelope system, your savings challenges, all that stuff goes together. Excuse me, with your budget. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I got this really cute little springy lemony one. That was cute. I like that one. I wish they had like watermelons too. That'd be cool. And then you want to specify. So like once you make your budget and you write down all your bills and shit and all that stuff, you specify where you want your money to go to. After that, you have your sinking funds, which is your money going forward, right? So you're sinking funds into forward something, right? Not everybody is able to do this, and I understand. Totally fine. So if you are able to do this, and this is something that I was able to work up from nothing. I was able to get out of debt before by doing this. So I know it works, and that's why I'm doing it again. I'm in a lot of debt right now. I don't know anybody that isn't. Luckily, one thing is I never got credit cards. So I kind of saved my own ass with that. Loans, however, so, and then, you know, I owe things. So like for me, when I do my budgeting, this may be different for you. At the top, I have my fixed items. Underneath that, I have my variables. And then beneath that, I have my, typically I would have my sinking funds. Now I've changed it to where my sinking funds are on top. I 10% off the top of every little bit of money I get, I put in savings. So, or at least I have in the past. I mean, let me rephrase that. I'm going to be doing again in the future, I should say. So, once I have income, or at least somewhat of a steady one, because mine's like chickle. I get change from the money tree. Ching, ching, ching. Money flows to me. So, so when you're doing your sinking funds, keep in mind things like vehicle maintenance, house maintenance. For those of us who are not on that level, things that you're going to want to possibly put money into or purchase in the future. That could be tomorrow. Um, it could be a year from now. It could be 5 years from now. But making goals and making plans is really great baseline. But you also have to recognize that there are certain circumstances that kind of get in the way of that, like losing a job, moving, certain scenarios and instances that happen in everyday life, or specific special circumstances that don't happen in anybody's life other than, like, I don't know, mine. So, um, so for mine, my sinking funds has always been my kids, house, vehicle, personal, holidays. When I did have a pet, um, always my garden, travel, and then needs list. So those are things that um, could be put as your sinking funds titles. As far as, like I said, the main part of your budgeting, your main is going to be your fixed items and then your variables, and then your sinking funds. So, like I said, you could print out one of these. If you're wanting to do the cash envelope system, you don't have to do it this way. You can actually do it online. Some banks allow it, where you can have different accounts for different things. Wallets is another thing, I think, through some apps and stuff. And then there are some apps specifically for budgeting your money into different categories and stuff like that. And then there's like a cash envelope system online now, which I'm kind of intrigued about. Now that I've got a laptop that actually works, I'm kind of like leaning more towards a tablet with a pen. So my personal wants is at the very bottom. So, so needs list, and then wants. So me personally, so like it would be a personal thing, personal wants, right? But personal for me doesn't necessarily have to be like a personal thing. Like it could be personal for when I go and make my order, my personal items for my order. So be specific as far as like what you're wanting to list that for. So in my grocery shopping, when I make the order online, I include household and personal as well as grocery. So you may not do that. You may have it separate. Totally fine. Another cash envelope that I was considering is, or that one that y'all can consider, is free spending. So for us personally is like Goodwill. We go to Goodwill all the time. And it's like a couple dollars here and there maybe, but it adds up after a while, and you don't realize that it's adding up until the end of the month, and you're just like, oh shit, where'd all this money go? You know what I mean? So, or like a situation comes up, like you need car maintenance. Now you need the money that was, nickel and diming away on other nonsense. Cooking at home, pre-prepped meals. For those of you who have the time and ability to, or the passion to, consider making meals for people. As a service. Now remember, you can't eat from everybody's kitchen. Just say that. Okay. It was an option, an idea. Anyway, so, where was I at now? Okay, so on the website, everydollar.com, I know I'm kind of bouncing around everywhere. This is like my ADHD shit all over the place. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. I'm going to actually time it to see how many times I ask you if you're okay on a daily basis. So, okay. So as an example, and I'm going to turn the screen around for a second because I can't screen share right now. So I'm just going to let you look at wow. All right. Sorry. This doesn't show the camera. Hold on. That's better. All right. Sorry. All right. So, does it zoom in? Oh, that sucks. It doesn't zoom in. Anyway. So, as you can see, income for April. This is a brand new blank thing. And again, I'm not sponsored, so just letting you know. Sorry, I'm so shaky right now. I'm sideways for a reason. I have a holster on my phone, and I'm not wanting to unplug it. So deal with it. The April 2025, as you can see, you can enter in your paychecks, your planned amount of money, and then what you actually received. Below it already pre-populates a lot of information, which you could, these are all adjustable. You can change every single one of these, the amount and like stuff like that. I haven't really dug deep enough into it to where I can kind of figure out all the, I don't know, all the extra little side shits. Y'all can have fun with that. There's a lot of little different functions and stuff, but for the most part, I really just use this for this part. It automatically does the math for you, which is great for me. Double check your work always, because computers are stupid, just as us. They're actually 2% more stupid than we are, because we're already 1% stupid. So anyway, or errored, I should say. So you can change the titles of each one of these little areas, and you can also change the name on the actual listing. So and then you can add items also. So let's just start at the top, and I'm going to give you an example. Like, let's just say I'm planning on, I don't know, my eBay making like a freaking $100 this month. Let's just bullshit and say that. Okay. So I typed in $100 for my income, right? At the top, if you look at the top left-hand side over here, you can see that it says $100 left to budget for all of April 2025. So if I add another one, right? Say I add like, I don't know, I sold something at a yard sale. So I made $50, right? This is not accurate information. This is just me making up shit. So it's going to change it, right? It does the math for you. Now down here, let's just say I want to put $200 in my emergency fund this month, right? So I entered planned savings emergency fund, $200. Now look what happened. I'm $50 over budget because I spent more, or I budgeted more money than I actually had. This helps you to be able to see the gaps in where your money is, and also where most of your money is going. Now, as you can see on the right-hand side, it does give you the option to alternate information for like due dates, fund details, balances, planning, and stuff like that. Behind that is a summary. As you see to the right, there is a little like pie, so to speak, of information that you get. And it shows you exactly in this listing where the money is going to. Like, for example, this one's got savings, and it's 133%. So it gives you the percentages as well. Each one of these different titles will change over here as you change them on this side. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see that. And so it does it all for you. It's really cool. You can actually manually enter in transactions, or you can attach your bank account to it. I have never done that. When I was making really good money, I actually did want to do that at one point, but I kind of backed out of that. I just don't. So I haven't had a regular job in years. So I've been pretty much an entrepreneur for the past 5 years, and let me tell you, the struggle is real. So this is just an example of what you can do. Now, when I was saying about, like, say, for example, okay, here's my income. So I'm going to change this from giving to, hold on, let me just turn this right up and change it around so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Everything's shaking. All right. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm trying here. I don't have screen share capabilities on this laptop yet, so deal with it. All right. Group name. Okay, so for this one, it's going to be, like I said, I'm going to put my fixed bills at the top. Oh, just cancel. Fuck. Okay. So why didn't it pull? Okay, giving. Fixed. Budget tag is month to month. You can always add a new group instead of renaming. I don't know. Anyway, I have previous budgets on here that are not accurate that I'm not sharing. So anyway, typically when you first start off fresh, if you don't have a freaking account already, which I do, it's going to give you the opportunity to change it. So, oh wait, is this one mine or is this? Hold on a sec. Let me just confirm information real quick off screen. Okay, so this is brand new. Good. Perfect. All right. So, I'm just going to fuck around with this anyways, because it's brand new and I don't have to worry about it. So, all right. This one does not have my personal information on it. Good. So, going to today, starting in April, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give this a new title of fixed bills. This is my bills section. So I'm just going to go ahead and say yeah and rename this group. When you're starting off, evidently this is fresh for me. I thought this wasn't, but it is. Okay, so I'm actually literally going in and just changing everything. Fixed. And then we have variable, which is the different ones every month. Then we have, actually I should take this off the top, off the top, 10% off the top, so 10% off the top. Well, I guess that should be savings then, yeah, savings. No, because, okay, there's a difference between, and we'll probably get into this more, but there's a difference between personal savings and like savings for like situations like sinking funds. So I'm going to put personal savings. Oh, yes. Okay. And then I'm going to put sinking funds. And change it around. I'm probably gonna delete some of these. Anyways, so what it's gonna show is basically like, okay, all my income at the top of the page, then below it is the main fixed bills, the same amount every single month. Variable bills that are different every month, gas, for example. Personal savings for like my 10% off the top. Sinking funds, including the kids, car maintenance, vacations, groceries, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so everything in there. I'm probably going to delete food. I'm going to delete, well, I already had personal in there, damn it. Okay, so I might delete that other one. What did I say? Personal savings. Okay, anyway, I'm going to change it up. You can make it however you want to, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. I'm going to delete some of these sections out. At the bottom, you add debt. Okay, because we're going to snowball that debt. And part of that snowballing of that debt is going to be part of your sinking fund, because you're going to be paying it forward basically to yourself. So you're paying it forward to yourself in your personal savings, but you're paying it forward in your sinking funds to like maintenance, or like for myself, it's a P.O. box or something that like doesn't come up every single month, but you know it's going to come up in the future. So anything that happens in the next year, or 2025, I should say, you should already have it mapped out as to a basic layout of whatever it is that you're anticipating being a bill in the coming months. I usually say the next 3 months, but you can just do the whole year. And then mainly focus on the next 3 months. Once you get done with this month, pick up the third. See what I'm saying? So, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Anyway, so try to do that. See how that works for just for the month of April. Try out every dollar, put in all your information, and tell me what you think in May. If it's not something that you want to do, totally understandable. It's free. So, again, I'm not sponsored. This is something that I actually use in my personal life. It works really good for me. Maybe it'll help you. It may not work for you. You may prefer another way. You might use it as like an app in the background that you just use it for the math part of it. I don't know. Some people actually really do like to add their bank accounts and see all the track all the spending and stuff like that, and where the money is coming from, and movements and stuff. Some people like to see those numbers. Other people, they just like to look at a pie and they like to see, okay, well, this much is this much, blah, blah, blah. Some people like to use words. So there's a mixture of different ways that you can lay this out. So it's really accessible and easy for a lot of people. I don't know if it speaks. You might be able to have an app to do that for you, for accessible for like other reasons. So I personally know a lot of people that don't know how to read, so that would help. I don't know how well it would help with budget. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So you can add groups, you can download it, you can actually share it to others. I don't know why you would want to share your budget, but anyway. Let's see. There is also on the side here, there's other tools like paycheck planning, some videos, money goals, financial roadmap, insights. Like I said, to see, it's to understand where every dollar is going. Yeah. You also have professionals that you can talk to, and then IT, budgeting 101, classes, education, communication, and messages, which there's nothing on the messages. So anyway, back to budget. So there's that. And like I said, you can break it down into different categories. I don't know if you guys can read my handwriting. My handwriting's awful. So, like I said, bills, fixed, like any debts, savings, sinking funds, savings challenges, different categories. Household, I put kind of like all in one, and then I'm trying to break it down a little bit more here, like simplify. I always try to like do a draft and then split it and then like do a little bit more defined. This is how my brain works. It's like you can almost see like right and left brain working at the same time, because the top part, I don't know if you notice this, is like in cursive. And then the bottom part is in like script. And I don't know, it's mixed. It's like script and cursive. I don't know, it's weird. So anyway, so like the top is all like squiggly and circles and blah 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 and all weird, and then the below the line is like all neat listing. That's just how my brain is. It's the duality is insane, and it drives me absolutely crazy. It's like I have ADHD with OCD. Not really, but you know what I mean. And I shouldn't really be making fun of anybody, but you know, it is what it is. So let's see. Personal, pet, which I don't have a pet. Garden, which here I need to add the needs list to the garden stuff too. So for us personally, like another one of the sinking funds thing, maybe because it covers all of these, I might put this singing funds category as like its own category of like, okay, this envelope is going to have this amount of money every single month for this thing specifically, like Goodwill. Another reason why I said to keep your receipts and stuff is so this way you can see exactly where your spending is going. As far as the sales go with the eBay, I've been struggling. It's kind of died down. I have not posted or put more stuff up yet. I will be in the future. I've just kind of chilled out for a hot minute because I've been kind of overloaded mentally. So.
You sound funny.
Oh. So the printable envelopes, everydollar.com. Another thing that I'm going to be looking at, hold on, I'm going to turn you guys back around. Is like I said last time, and I have said a lot of times in the past. I don't know if you guys have been watching my TikToks. I think I reposted a video of the food box, but resources in the area. I found one of my cards this morning, so that's great. But you can actually sign up for resources in your area, and they give you a card, and you just keep that. And then whenever you're able to go pick up the resources, you just go and get it. So I'm looking into that right now. Since it's April 20th is Easter. I don't know if y'all are going to be going on Easter break soon. Usually within a certain amount of, within certain areas, they tend to all go to Easter break or like break at certain times because of travel restrictions and stuff. They don't want everybody going on Easter break at the same time. So be aware of your surroundings when you're going out and about. There's going to be a lot more people on the road. Especially now, like I said last time, that it's starting to get better weather. I don't know what it is about sunshine, but it makes people crazy. They think that they're invincible or something. Get your 20 minutes of sunshine today, right? So, just be aware of your surroundings. We actually did get a fender bender the other day. That was not fun. And so, yeah, just be aware of your surroundings. Understand that not everybody can have the same experiences. So be kind and share as much as possible. So like I said, I'm going to look more into the resources in the area. And then alchemizing is one thing that I do. I've been trying really hard not to do anything illegal. But I do know ways of things, and the only thing I don't know a way out is my own problems. So, so actual budget, current needs, start at A6 binder with envelope system. I've gotten one step closer because I've gotten the hole punches ready. I do need to cut out that for the book. And then once I do that, I'll show y'all next Tuesday or whatever. I might actually do it on the stream next Tuesday. For the gym today, it focuses on belly, arms, and inner thighs. And for me, like personally, like this area right here. When I'm at Goodwill, the next thing I'm going to be looking for is like garden house things. I did find a hole punch. Yard sale items or seasonal, and then summer wardrobe stuff. For the eBay as well as personal items. So, and then yard sales are going to be a big thing now that it's starting to get warmer weather out. So I will be looking forward to that. Keep an eye on my eBay, my Etsy. I'll be continuing to add items. Keep an eye on my social media. And spring cleaning, man. Clean out those houses, cars, beds, yards, garages, whatever the hell you've got, start cleaning it out. I highly suggest do not donate to Goodwill. I know I'm saying this and I'm countering myself because that's where I go. But I want you to try to donate to Schools First, to DSS, to elderly, to shelters. Okay, they need your donations before Goodwill does. Okay, for those of you who go to Goodwill bins and you buy for shelters, I salute you because Goodwill should have been doing that from the beginning. And all donation locations should have been doing that from the beginning. Donate to shelters, donate to places where you know that those items are going to be good to put to good use, that they're not just going to be sold and resold and resold and resold. So, because trust me, there was a lot of times that I needed a lot of the shit that was in those bins. And I could have used them and there was no accessibility. So, I don't know if Western North Carolina is still accepting donations. I don't know if California is still accepting donations. Just looking within the United States, at least. I know for furniture and larger items, you cannot ship them without a large cost. I try to keep my eBay prices as low as possible. Unfortunately, yeah, due to shipping costs, it's a little bit higher. That's not on me. That's a deal that eBay has with UPS. I don't know what to tell you. I try to keep it as low as possible. And I'll be honest with you, like eBay's numbers are ridiculous because they say that you made like a ridiculous amount of money. You really haven't even made like a quarter of that. So don't go by those numbers. Also, when you guys leave reviews for shit, make sure it's accurate and don't be a dick about it and stuck your emotions and leave a bad review because then you're fucking up somebody's business. And it's just because you're an asshole. You didn't read the fucking description right. Let's see. Like I said, meal planning and order, I'm behind. So when am I not? Born late, I'll always be late, and hopefully I'll die late. I want to live to be 105 with a good life for my kids and grandkids and great-great-grandchildren and all future descendants. And then for nightly routine, just try to find something that works really good for you. They always say, like, turn off your electronics about an hour before bed or, you know, like take a shower, clean sheets, all that stuff. Like they say they do all that stuff, but I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people out there that don't even have that availability. So whatever you got to do for a nightly routine to help you wind down from the bullshit day that you had, do it. No, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. As long as you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting other people, it's all good in my mind. So, let's see. High pollen tomorrow, just fair warning. Check out, I think there was a TikTok, I think, or like a video and put it on Facebook or something. I don't know. But I was able to see the trees releasing pollen yesterday. And that was a super, super cool experience. I was trying to share it with y'all. I don't know if you can actually see the pollen like puffing from the tree or not. I thought there was smoke coming from the tree. There was no smoke. This was legit a cloud of pollen puffing from the tree. It was cool. So, I've never seen that in real life. Dang. Your phone's ringing.
I know.
Okay.
Well, this is Jeffrey Lowe speaking.
Anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm only okay, so I've been live for like about 2 hours now. Transfer the specific days, and for Thursday, I'm gonna show you guys what I did in the garden. Tomorrow's, I think it's supposed to rain also. I hope not. But I'm going to try to get you guys out there and see what I've done so far. I've already pre-planted seeds, but like some are in the ground, some of them are in containers. I have fertilized and topsoiled the yard and the garden, raked out, trimmed, and edged most of the stuff. I just have to edge the yard, and then I told Jeff not to mow until May. So we'll see how that goes. I also need to raise the mower like an inch. It's too low. Anyway, you okay?
Yeah, it's progressive. They're just saying, since there was no first party witnesses or anything, and neither one, I guess I didn't have collision, so it don't matter. She goes, but I guess it's just a matter of getting the police report still. But that's why she closed out the claim, is because it's just a matter of getting the police report now. That was what it was. It hadn't really changed anything, but that's why she closed it out for. I guess because there's no collision or auditors. I don't know. That's the way she said it real quick. Yeah, that's what she said to me. She goes, it didn't change anything because she says she can't do anything to go forth till she gets.
The police report.
Yeah.
Which she could have had the first day.
I ain't saying nothing because you said it sounds like I was being rude, but I was just saying I could have gone down there and got a copy, but then you'd have to send a copy, and then they still ain't no hurry. As long as my car is working, I'll be patient. I didn't want to push for anything in Mercury retrograde, anyways.
Yeah, it's Mercury retrograde until what, the 6th?
Yeah, until the 5th or 7th or something. Yeah.
So the 5th is Saturday, the 7th is Monday. So don't do anything having to do with contracts or paperwork or anything like that until Monday, because it'll all backfire. So I might just wait to put my eBay shit up till Monday. All right, final prep for garden. Like I said, for the garden stuff on Thursday, let me check. Oh wait, no, you know what? I went 30 day, 60 day, 30 day, 10 day, 10 day forecast. Okay, so not getting below freezing anytime soon. Weather channel for the next however many till Wednesday the 16th. Not below freezing at night. So we are good to go to put the seeds in the ground, as far as I'm understanding. We are in the 70s and 80s already in April. As of the 8th, which is Tuesday, it is going to be clear and sunny and warm all the way through to the 16th. So Sunday and Monday, there'll be thunderstorms. Today and tomorrow, thunderstorms. So Friday and Saturday, Monday, I say Tuesday, I'll put up the eBay stuff. It'll be sunny. I can repost the pictures and then I won't have to worry about retrograde. Let's keep an eye out on my eBay as of Tuesday. So on Tuesday, eBay retape pics, add more items because the winter items are going to be going on sale, and then the summer clothes will be coming up, or some summer items will be coming up. So that's just a typical business model, probably already been done like a month ago. eBay and Etsy. So probably, I don't know if I can sell, I guess I could sell craft stuff. Anyway, I'll just put a question mark there for Etsy. See if I can make anything on between now and then. It gives me like what, a week. So, all right. So projects already laid out. We already have most of these filled out for today, tomorrow, and going into Tuesday, Wednesday, going into Thursday. And like I said, final prep of garden will be tomorrow. I'll probably go ahead and finish planting the seeds in the ground because I'm going to need topsoil times 6. I already did get manure and compost. I still need to get grass seed though. I'm trying to rake it so this way some of the seed comes from the other grass because we haven't mowed it. I'm hoping that some of the seed comes from the other grass and this way we can like have it spread out. I'm scoring the ground so that way the sunlight can get to it and maybe anything that was underneath can grow up. I also broke the interweaving ridiculousness of roots in the yard. So hopefully that'll help. And also get some air, oxygen down into the soil so this way it can help the life of the soil. Let's just say that. I was able to spread out some compost and manure and topsoil across the yard as well. Again, I don't have seed. It's just to try to put something in the ground to help. Plus, it rained all day today, and it's going to rain tomorrow, so that's going to help it seep down in there. I overwatered the garden. So this way, if we did have a cold snap, that way the water down in the ground would like freeze everything that was down there and kill the root system that's down further than where I wanted to dig at. And then any bugs and stuff like that. Disease. All fun shit. So this is going to be my first garden here. And I have never worked with the soil before. I did not get the soil tested. I'm just running off of hope and faith. And a lot of, mixture of things. I did get a bucket so I can start a compost pile. Super stoked about that. So I'll be taking the grass clippings and putting it into the bucket as well as I've already got manure and compost at the bottom. When I get the topsoil, whatever I have left over, I'll probably dump it in there just to mix it in. Also with like stick scraps, yard clippings, anything in the yard really, as long as it's not plastic. Household items like food scraps, non-meat, no fat, no oil, no waxy paper. You can use regular printer paper. Try to limit the ink as much as you can. I don't know if each one of your locations has a compost donation or like a area that you can go and get stuff. Jeff said that there was the city that we live in has the availability of public works. You might want to check that. And talk around your community. I did find out that the local library does have a seed donation location. They also have a community garden, which is so cool. And I forgot what I was going to say. So just check out your area, see what your resources are in the area. I'm doing this garden not only for therapy, but also, as a backup for food source, for stock source, and then for donation. Like I said, anything that's over, if I have too much of something, most likely it'll be tomatoes. It's tomatoes every fucking time. I don't even really like tomatoes that much other than like tomato sandwiches, and then my stomach won't agree with me, so I just deal with it. But I'll keep you guys posted. Tomorrow's gonna be raining, so I may or may not be able to go outside very long. But I will kind of give you a glimpse of what I'm doing. So we'll see, and stay posted. And until I see you again, behave.